The internet was supposed to connect us. Instead, it rewired our brains, flattened our personalities, and made everyone believe they're a philosopher with Wi-Fi. I'm in my late 20s now, and I still remember the 2000s, that weirdly calm time when the internet wasn't everything. You'd come home, log on, and then you were online. Now, the second you wake up, you're already there. I think the internet once had a kind of humanity to it, something that started fading around 2016 and completely died by 2023. The era of people making videos about their real lives is basically over. Everything now bends to whatever the algorithm wants. Most of what you see online, especially from mainstream creators, is fabricated, measured, and distilled. It's not the person talking, it's a performance optimized for engagement, because the ideas that get the most clicks bring in the most ad money. Unless you've got an ad blocker. I realized that myself about a month ago. Every video I've made recently has been fun, but it hasn't been me. It's been about topics I care about, sure, but not about my life or ideas. That was the whole point of this journey, wasn't it? But when you're subtly programmed to behave in certain ways, you don't notice it happening. Think about how subconscious this has become. Whenever I get bored, my brain instantly says, guess I'll open YouTube. If it's not that, it's Spotify. If not that, it's Instagram. The internet isn't a metaverse anymore, it is the universe. And for the people who manage to disconnect, I honestly think they're happier. Even if logging off now counts as social suicide, they've escaped the dopaminergic feedback loop, that quiet addiction that convinces you you're not happy enough unless you're online. But somewhere along the way, I really think the internet ruined everything for all of us. My friend Sam said it best once. You can post literally anything online. I like red, and someone will immediately scream, fuck you, blue's better. Everything has to be a debate now. Don't believe me? Look at the comments of this video. Everyone wants to feel important. Look at me. I'm bitching on the internet through a video. You think I'm innocent? I mean, I guess it's a little different. I don't even really like interacting with people unless they're close friends, because when you're socially removed like that, you don't really feel bad about dehumanizing a comment. Go die. Kill yourself, loser. It's not even politics. I'm just not in the mood to give someone else the time of day if all it's gonna be is some back and forth about which one of us is right about insert topic here. The internet gave us consequence-free speech, which is great when you're taking down corrupt systems like the legacy media, but terrible when you're talking to other humans. Remember when people used to talk in person? You'd disagree mid-conversation, ad-lib your way through it, maybe even laugh about it later, and even feel strong that you trust each other to disagree. Now we've outsourced that to pundits and comment sections. It's like watching other people play the sport of having opinions. Online, everything's a reaction. Someone says, I see where you're coming from, but, and I just want to say, yeah, and I see where you're going. Please, be on your way. And then there's the unfollowed crowd. Like, announcing your departure gives you moral authority. No one says stuff like this in real life. But online, everyone's capable of becoming a little tyrant of their own micro-kingdom. It's weird. We took the vibe of shit-talking and turned it into a spectator sport where even the people being roasted can get a front row seat, and then we act like it's completely normal and justifiable. And yet none of it matters. There are no real consequences. And if there were, well, we just end up with an even worse internet full of censorship and surveillance. So, we're stuck in this loop, a digital playground with no rules, where everyone's miserable but can't log off, with no solution in sight, because, let's face it, there is none. That is the internet, the most distilled form of endless conversation without consequence in real life. The autist's heaven, the schizo's nightmare. Honestly, I closed my Facebook a long time ago. I only open it now to grab old photos of people I've been before. But Instagram? Useful when I want to archive art or see what other creators are making, but that's about it. I tried TikTok once because I was told it was a good way to get your ideas out there, but I think I made it exactly through one reel before my head started to hurt. Maybe I'm just an old zoomer, who knows. And finally, we have our beloved YouTube. That one's tricky. I've developed a kind of need to watch videos that serve a purpose, something I can learn from or feel through. But I think that there's sort of a programming we've all been going through. What with the algorithm deciding our recommended videos and all. Unless it's an idea I want to hear, a song I can't find anywhere else but the platform, or a person I genuinely connect with, I just don't want to engage with it as much as I used to, because the internet isn't as fun as it was. Not with the slop content that wastes your time, not with the comment wars that drain your empathy. If you're a sensitive person, like me, to say it's exhausting would be an understatement. At this point, the only reason I stay online is to create some little corner of the internet where people like us can relate, where we can find some shared meaning in the noise. 30 years ago, that wouldn't have been necessary. I'd probably be at a local library, going to live shows, grabbing coffee with friends, arguing about the latest books or news. But for people like me, the outcasts, the overly sensitive, the tired, it's about learning how to sift through the sludge, avoid what wastes your time, and use this thing to your advantage before AI takes over anyway or something. I don't fucking know, but because the internet is infinite, and that's the problem, it can give you everything, but it can also take everything, if you forget to step outside and touch the world again. I mean, maybe I just don't get it. I know there are people who like to laugh at each other's misfortune, people who take pleasure in making threads about someone they don't like, having no empathy for them, etc. Moreover, I'm not some huge YouTuber with 1 million subs. I'm just lucky enough to have found enough people who resonate with how jaded I am to listen to me. And sometimes when the racing thoughts in my head start to become too much, I pour them out in a script like this. In the beginning of this channel's growth, it was great. People vibed with what I said, shared stories, supported me and all. I mean, they still do, but the longer you stay online and actively see how people are interacting with each other, the more you see the noise, the weirdos, the self-important ones, the hate that comes out of nowhere, the vitriol. Even saying that right now, I know someone's probably typing a paragraph in the comments to prove me wrong, tell me I'm a fool, tell me I sound like I do XYZ, and they're gonna enjoy it. Like, fine, honestly, I get it, I've done it too. Sometimes I've seen videos that piss me off, start writing a whole comment, and halfway through I stop and think, what am I doing? This guy's never gonna read this. And even if he does, what then? Get a reaction I'll never see anyway? And that's when I realize I'm the loser in that moment. Because the internet tricks you into thinking you're doing something, when really you're just screaming into the void. Maybe the internet didn't ruin everything, maybe we did by giving it everything. Our time, our attention, our thoughts, our sense of self. And maybe it's not the connection that ended up destroying us, but instead it was that we forgot how to disconnect. And as always, Scrotly Mutley.